All right, all set, good to go.
Okay. So, okay, just want to show you the LACE calculation manual template first. So that template is for us to check the whether the data we upload to AARO is correct. So okay, I will start from this lease calculation template, and I will show you how to create a new lease contract in AARO. So just when we have a new lease contract, we're gonna use that calculation template to work out what's the net present value and what's the interest for the monthly lease. So, so here we're going to put the lease commencement day and put the interest rate. So here is where we put our monthly rental payment. And that is calculating the interest by month. So I use the Eudora lease as also Landsat lease as example. Okay. Okay. So let me log into AARO first. So that's the AARO web page we're using to manage our lease contract, and also we do the lease. We run the report from the AARO website. Okay, to find the lease, can you see the lease tab here? So we just click the lease, and then so here give us the full lease contract. Because I think all Australia branch are using the AARO, so that has the complete list in the AARO. Okay, to create a new list, we have the template called this the uploading template. First thing, we're gonna fill in filling the AARO list uploading template. Okay, so under
sorry,
the contract,
Dorothy.
yeah.
Would you mind showing them how to download the template from the system from AARO?
Oh, okay. To download, so what we're gonna use, we can use existing lease contract as a template, and we just change the lease name, change the interest rate, and update the payment list. So you can go to only the period. So just click lease. Okay, choose only period. I can use 0126 as example. So like maybe we use the first one. Yeah. Okay, this one. And then you just click this one, import and export. So it will download the same format of the lease uploading contract. Sorry. Oh, I should select the particular lease. This one. Choose this one. Okay, so that's the contract details we are using for uploading. Yeah, so we can also download from the AARO by clicking any of the existing lease contract. So they got few tabs. Okay, I use lens side as example. So for us to fill the details. So the first tab is called the contract details. Here we have to fill in the contract name. This one I can put use dummy lens side. Okay. For the company, there will be the same number. Period, that is when leads start. So always put month, year, and capital A. Contract type will be standard. Lease class is the same. Here, reporting. You can see some called LR and some called GR. LR standard local reporting. GR is for global. So here we put LR. So, this one is a standard, so we don't need to change anything here. The lease commencement day. Yes, sure. For land side, it start from 1st of February. That's the lease terminant day would be January 2028. So here is the same date as the lease terminate date. The interest rate. For the interest rate, I think for us, we get the interest rate from the corporate finance team to work out the what the depreciation and the interest rate, interest amount we're paying. Description, I use maybe dummy. And then just update the leasehold name here, which is a landlord name. Here it's a scheduled payment is the total lease payment during the lease period. This one, it's okay. We don't need to fill in. This one, no. Interest rate here. Okay, I just copy. And just put the interest rate, which is same as in the contracts tab. And that's the lease termination date. So here is what we need to fill in the manual payment part. So this column is for the lease contract name, company name, They would be the same. So all entity use the same company name. And here just show the payment date from 1st of February until the end of the February. So it should cover the whole lease period. And this is what we put for the monthly lease payment. Now I go back to the contracts because I need to get the total lease payment here. Okay. So this one should be the same as the total in the menu payment tab. Okay. Save this one as a testing. Okay. And then I go back to AARO. Then we can start uploading the contract into AARO. Okay. First, we go to Lease tab and go to the period. So we choose a period which should be the lease starting months. For the landside lease, it will start from February. So in the drop-down list, I type 0226. Okay. So click this one. I call import and export. And this time we click import. Choose files. And we just select the one we want to upload into AARO. Okay, so if it succeed, we will see this green message here, the show finish. Okay. Okay. Now I need to go back to AARO to double check the lease contract, see if the total is matching our calculation. Okay. This time I search dummy. So now you can see that the dummy lease contract it's already uploaded into AARO. We just click this one, and then you will give you the certain like lease details. Now I'm gonna show you that calculation. Okay. So after we upload to AARO, what we need to check is we have to check whether the net present value is the same as our manual calculation. So that's a template we use to reconcile the lease payment and to check whether it's in line with the AARO calculation. So after I put the pay monthly rental here, then you can see that the net present value for the lease contract is 11 million. I'll just go and quickly see if it's matching our AARO calculation. Okay. Yeah. So click the payment plan, and you can see the whole lease payment data from the lease starting period and the lease ending period. Okay, so that means looks good, and the contract being uploaded into AARO successfully. The second step we're gonna do is we have to run the consolidation rule in AARO to update the lease contract. Now we have to go to admin. Okay, so the thing I want to mention here is if you got lease contract create in AARO, or if you have a lease update, we have to go to admin to run the consolidation rule. So take this consolidation and just add the consolidation rule here. For the period, I'm gonna run the whole lease period from February until December. So I just type okay. Actually, we can run the rule. We can run the whole month, whole year in one go. Just select the whole year. So okay, and for the legal group, always DPW. The company will be the same. Currency, I think you can choose normal and click consolidation. It starts running in the background. Okay, because it takes some time to finish the whole consolidation. I just go to show you how to run the lease report for your lease journal booking. So in AARO, can you see the tab called report? Just click this one. So what we're gonna do is we have to find the lease contract you want to run for the lease schedule payment. Let's click this one, group report, company, okay. Okay. If you can't find the lease contract, so you can search here. This one maybe I use Melbourne as example. If I type the lease contract and WST, you will come up with the lease report. Just click this one. Okay. So that's a lease payment schedule we use for our lease journal booking every month. Now what we need to do is we need to change the period here to reflect 2026. Okay, so click this one. It's just to let us to add the period. Okay, click the period. This is pretty old. They're like 2023, so I don't need it. Just delete everything. What I need is I need the payment data for the whole year. So you can type 2026, and now you have the whole period from January to December. Just select all of them, and then it will copy to this right column. Just click OK. Click this one, because this one will refresh the report. Okay. Now you see the period has been updated to 2026. Okay, so then we just click this export. For me, I usually untick this split code and description because I want this column, everything in one column for this description here. Okay. Okay. So now I got the report, the lace lab report for that contract. So we have the opening balance. We got the if we have lace remeasurement, it will reflect here, and we have the ending balance for the ROU, and also the depreciation, the interest expense. Let me go back, save this one down. Oh, another report we have to run because this report doesn't tell us how much we have for non-current liability and how much for the current liabilities. Another report we have to run is lease AARO report. This is for us to do the reclass from those from non-current liability to current liabilities. I'm saying I can search AARO report here. This one called lace AOR. Yeah, we do the same. We just switch to edit mode, so we can change the period. If I want to get the April lace liability, just select the period here. And refresh the report. Okay. Because the contract, so it cover all the lease contract, existing lease contract in AARO. So okay, I'll just export here. Okay. So it has all the lease contract in the report. You just go and pick the lease contract in that report and book the reclass journal to reclass between non-current and the current lease liabilities. Okay, so let me go and check. Okay, still. Yeah. So any questions about the arrow?
Sorry, could you please show us the report again? So it is showing the monthly balance for total for all the leases. If we to work out the journal from this report.
Okay, so you mean this report, right? Our monthly payment schedule report, this one?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so basically, so for us to book the monthly journal, you will need to book the lease, the amortization cost. Okay, actually, this is what they call the life balance. So we can use this one. minus that to get the monthly balance. I can show you our journal template. Yeah. Currently, are you booking Lace Journal or no?
Sorry, what was that again?
Okay, so do you book Lace Journal or not?
Yes.
Okay. So there will be the same thing. So in the report, it will tell you us how much for the opening balance of the RU, and this opening balance should be in line with your TB. If you have a lease remeasurement, so we need to recognize the lease remeasurement. When if it's a lease payment term change or lease increase or I think or lease termination, then also have like the journal we have to book. And then you will get the total ending balance for the RU. Though this one you also need to make sure that in line with the TB. This one is for us to book the amortization cost. Because this the accumulated depreciation, so you're gonna use the current amount minus the prime month balance to get the monthly amortization cost. Here is what we use for the interest expense. And also the late payment amount should be the same as in your prepayment account or late rental payment account balance.
So it is a manual template for us to work out the journal. We cannot run it from AARO.
You mean the journal template?
Yeah.
This one I think you can work out. So what AARO what we use for AARO is just to get the what they call the rental the lease schedule, and then we book the journal based on the AARO amount. So yeah, we can give you that template to work. So what we did, we get that report, and we create a simple calculation just to show how much we but it's all read from these lease schedules. So we get that simple template just to show how much we pay the rental and how much the interest and what's the depreciation cost.
Okay. And if we need to make changes to the lease, how do we do it from the system?
Sorry, what's your question?
If we need to make changes to the lease, for
if
example,
you want to change, okay.
Yeah.
So I mean that would be the lease remeasurement. So the lease remeasurement. Okay. Let me double check if the consolidation is finished so I can show you the next step. Because the lease remeasurement, okay, where is it? The contract, okay. I use this dummy contract to show you how to do the lease remeasurement. So most likely we will have lease remeasurement if it's a rental increase, or like they want to the lease period change, or they extend the lease contract, right? Okay, to do the lease remeasurement, that's easy in AARO. But before we do this updating, we need to do the reconciliation first before we put into AARO to make sure everything is reconciled. Can show you the lease change. Okay. To do the lease updating, so we have to get this calculation first to work out so how much the remeasurement we're gonna have and what's the impact on the interest and ROU. Right, so I can send you the Vivian, we can send them that template to work, right, if they got the lease remeasurement.
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
So Emily, so there is two type of changes to the lease. So either the lease remeasurement for increasing of the rental, or if you think the lease is not correct, or if you want to change it, there is a way that we can delete the contract in AARO and we re-uploading the new one. But just be careful with that because we're all sharing the same user login. So if you delete the lease contract, just make sure it's yours own but not someone else's contract, because it will cause a lot of issue for the other person if we delete the wrong contract. Yes, but otherwise, if you have changes, it's the only way to remeasure the lease. So for us, whenever we remeasure the lease, we'll have to prepare like a complete new calculation, and we'll have to get approval from our head of finance before we can upload it back to AARO. So not sure is what is the process on your end, but yeah, that will be the process.
And so how do we do the remeasure in AARO?
Yep. So in AARO, it's pretty simple.
Yeah.
And once you have the one of the working, and then we can just do remeasurement. Can you show them, Dorothy?
Okay. So okay, I use a dummy one. Just example, if I want to lease remeasurement in April, right? Because that lease start from February. So I just go to the lease the period that I want to remeasure. So I type April. Okay, and I select this dummy one. Now you can see this is a remeasurement date column for us to fill in. Right. Okay, I put remeasurement date 5th of April. Okay. So here, payment plan. So usually we remeasure because the lease payment change. That's the most common one. I just show you. So if the lease the rental increase, or then we just go click the payment plan, right? And what you're going to change is you just change the lease remeasurement payment here. To change, you can click this one, clickboard. Okay, now just copy. Okay. Okay. I save here. Just in case. Okay. If we want to change the rental here, I mean, like maybe by increase another increase 500. Yeah. So that'll be increase for the whole year. Okay. And then I go and then copy the update rental and paste it to here. Okay. Now you see that the rental payment is being updated. Okay. And I apply the change. Okay. So now in the updated schedule, you see the rental being changed by 500 so per month. Just click OK. Now, the small change will also impact the lease. So you can see there's a remeasurement change value here, and that's one we're gonna book in the journal. And also you have the depreciation change due to the remeasurement. Yeah. Then so that's why Vivian said for our lease remeasurement, we need to do a reconciliation and get approval. So we need to check that these updating in RU and then depreciation is in line with our calculation. If it's okay, then just click save.
Yeah. And if there is an extension of the lease, we just add more to the payment plan, right?
Yeah, correct. So if the extension is then you just go and also click the payment plan and make it longer. If the lease we extend another 5 months, then you put another 5 lines. Say the lease will end in July. I think here you can also update the depreciation date. Yeah. By the way, you're gonna update the payment plan. Anyway, as long as you did some updating in the lease contract, you have to go back to the main to run the consolidation rules. This one will merge all the updating you did for that contract. So if you don't run the consolidation rule, the report we're running is not correct. It want to reflect the remeasurement. Yeah, that's a thing. So every time when we have lease remeasurement in AARO, then you have to go to run the consolidation rule for the whole period, and then you can run the report.
Dorothy, I got a question. How does
Yes.
this consolidation rule works? It is consolidation only for that particular entity? It's by entity, isn't it?
I think it's it doesn't have any option for us to run particular contract. It just run for the whole entity, for whole company. I mean, for all existing lease contract in AARO.
Right. Okay, it's by company. So what will happen if company got two different segment, one company? So then we need to identify it as a two companies, or?
So actually, I'm not quite sure about Silk because for all the DP or the lease contract, we only got one option called DPW. That's only a company, and then that's the only company ID we run. This one I think is run by the other region, so don't worry about. We all use this one 6964. That's a company ID for Australia use. Yeah.
I think we need to find a way to distinguish between Silk landside logistics and Silk contract logistics. Because the P&L, the costs going to different.
I mean, do you mean that you're gonna create a separate contract for those entities?
Yes, and also because say for example, there's two scenarios. One is this site, it's purely a warehouse, so that's purely the balance sheet and P&L all goes to the contract logistics BU. Vice versa, the land side, we've got Hastings that purely goes towards the land side logistics. And in some cases, we have got leases that's a share site. A portion of that goes to land side and another portion of that goes to contract logistics. So we will need to find a way, either it's a sublease scenario or a share of the cost. We'll need to determine later on and see how. One is how accounting practice it's acceptable. The other one is how the system is adaptable.
I think we have similar scenario for Melbourne. Now, Melbourne Container Park is sharing the leases with our Melbourne terminal. So what Dorothy does is she book in the whole contract under Melbourne terminals, and then we recharge to Melbourne Container Park every single month based on a percentage.
Yeah, we will probably use that scenario depending on who's recharging who, because the situation is same legal entity, but different BU within Silk.
Okay, I think for Melbourne we have the same situation. So, but it depends on who signed the lease contract. So let's say Melbourne says a lease contract with Port of Melbourne, not Melbourne Container Park. So we have to recognize a lease liability and ROU in our book. But
yeah, that's right. Because you're talking about
we pass
legal
expense to
entities.
them. Yeah. So we don't pass a balance sheet item to them. We pass the P&L like expense and interest to them.
Yeah. So your situation is you have got two separate legal entities occupying the same property.
Yes.
Within Silk, the situation is slightly different. The legal entity, it's one. So that legal entity, say for example, Silk Contract Logistics, right? That legal entity will sign the lease contract. And within Silk Contract Logistics Proprietary Limited, both Contract Logistics and Landside Logistics operate under that legal entity. Right. So it's not, so for the balance sheet, it's for that legal entity. But the P&L, we will need to split into two BUs within the same legal entity. So we just need to find a way to distinguish that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think your situation will be slightly different from
Yeah.
Melbourne, West Swansea, and MCP.
Yeah, but that's okay. We just need to find a way to accommodate that. It's not impossible. Excuse me. So for this AARO system, what we will need to do is we will need to find out the information that we have got a calculation prepared using the end of February number. We probably need to refresh that and get all the input ingredient to upload onto AARO. But before we do so, how can we set up access to this system?
Oh, okay. So I think for now we are sharing one account for all entities. That's for Australia. Okay. So we can pass you the login like details.
Sorry, Dorothy. I just checked with Nick just now. So we're gonna set you up a new account, like for sales entity. Yeah. So we probably will just have one account for the whole entity. So can you please send me your email address or whoever will maintain this access going forward? So for our team is Nick. So just please nominate one person for Silk.
Okay. I'll give you the list of people, but you can see how difficult that will be to set up everyone, or just pick one.
Yeah, I think it's quite difficult to set up everyone. That's why we're all sharing one.
Yeah, it's not.
So this one is set up by Dubai, I think.
Yeah, that's all right. we can do that. And in terms of the time spent on uploading and checking on a rough basis, how long you reckon for each of the leads? Can it do batch upload, or it just needs to be one by one by one when we're initially getting onto AARO?
How many lease contract are you having?
400 plus.
Oh,
Well, not that we need to do every single one. We'll probably we'll deal with the property ones first. That's about 40 to 50, 45 thereabout. And the rest of them are equipment, and we just deal with the significant ones. For those ones with terms less than 1 year remaining, we probably won't be bothered to load it up to AARO. So that will reduce the number slightly, but we still have got quite a healthy number of leases to be migrating into AARO.
Okay.
We can sort it out, but just gauging in terms of resource, how much we're going to plan to spend on this migration process.
I don't think we can upload as a batch because every single time we have to create like new contract one by one.
Okay. So
yeah,
good to know.
But we can also contact Dubai to see if there's any quicker way to upload it.
Yeah,
maybe we can test.
Yeah,
testing first.
Yeah, it's a good suggestion. So and we can once we got access, we're free to create dummies in the system and be able to remove that subsequently. So we can play around with it with no real consequence to start with. And we can get the hang of the system. The plan is to use AARO for the April month end. So
that's very short.
yes,
we'll try to get you the access ASAP.
Well, that's the plan.
Yeah.
But see how we go.
Also, Dorothy, do we have any audit trial? So just to see what are the changes we have done into the system, just to see if anything goes wrong. So then we can go back and see where we have done the changes.
Oh, yeah. Yes. So, okay. For the dummy one, I just upload, then you can see here. That's like the historical record. We have the lease. If you click this one, that will direct you to the original lease contract we upload. And this one is just the lease remeasurement we did. So by doing this, you can check how many what kind of remeasurement you did in AARO and where the original lease contract is.
Yep. Thank you.
Right. So any more questions, team, before we wrap it up? I guess no, not at the moment, but more questions always.
More questions will come up when we do the list uploading.
Exactly. And when we dive into the details, then the questions will come. And thank you for taking us through the system, or send off the user emails so that we can set up the access and start looking into it.
That's good.
Stop.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, team. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.